What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rebound Journal. In today's video, I got a bit of a cautionary tale I want to tell you guys about a guy that I coached, because I feel that this is a mistake that people don't want to listen. And this is kind of a moment where it's more like I told you so moment. And honestly, I don't like being right about certain things. I don't like being right about someone getting their heart broken and someone about to be in more pain. So today's video, I'm going to talk about how this person got his ex-girlfriend back, but because he didn't follow the rules, he didn't have a proper repair plan in place, she ended up leaving him again for the same exact person. If you guys want my help personally, the quickest way to get into contact with me is through my website at www.fruitfulseeds.com. So it's a guy that I coached a couple years ago. He reached out to me because his ex-girlfriend, or his girlfriend at the time, had said she needed some space and some time to think about where she wanted to be. You know, he was with her for literally over a decade. And he's like, I don't understand where she want to be. That doesn't make much sense to me. I'm like, this is sounding kind of fishy. When someone comes and all of a sudden starts questioning things out of nowhere. Oh, by the way, she had just taken another job position. And I was like, you might want to think about that for a second. But he didn't think anything of it. So she was wondering, you know, about herself, where she wanted to be, if she felt like this was the relationship she wanted to be in. He hadn't proposed. He hadn't talked about any of those things. But he said for him, he just always felt like she wouldn't make good wife material. And this is his words, not mine. I'm like, okay, well, that's fair. Then why'd you waste her time? If you felt like she wasn't someone that you want to marry, why waste your time? And I don't know if you guys don't hear your red pill guys gonna come on here and start talking. It's all good. I'm a purple pill guy. I'm about relationships, but I'm also about the cautions that happens with relationships if you don't handle your business. So long story short, she ended up leaving him for a guy. She went and moved in with this guy after 3 months that she met at the job. Didn't turn out very well. She came back to him. You know, she called him like 2 o'clock in the morning and said, hey, can we just talk? She's crying. They had gotten into an argument. And I'm like, okay, because he called me. He booked a call with me right after that. He was like, dude, what should I do? I said, you know, this seemed like this might be a little bit of an impulse on her, like an impulsive move. So you need to move cautiously. I don't want you to run back into this, because if what she said was true, that, you know, she kind of felt like she didn't know where it was going, you were wasting her time. She ended up saying things like, I don't feel like I'm good enough for you. I could never do anything right. I was this and I was that. You know, I just felt like I was beneath you. And I asked him, what did he say to that? How did he respond? And he's like, well, she kind of wasn't pulling her weight. I'm like, so how is this going to be different when you guys started back again? You know, obviously she was dealing with some confidence issues in your relationship. What's going to happen to repair that? How are you going to motivate her? Or do you feel like your time has expired with this person and you should probably just move on? I mean, is it just your ego's bruised where you feel like you can't allow someone else to have her? Because if she is happier with someone else, you most likely want to let her do that. So you need to come up with a repair plan. You need to come up with a plan on how you guys are going to reconcile, what that's going to look like, the things that need to change. You need to go to a therapist or a counselor. You need to go to counseling. And he's like, you know, I don't really have money for that. I'm like, okay. I see you post on Instagram all of your nice clothes, shoes, your expensive trips. That could be used for your relationship if you feel like it's worth it. But I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to help give them some type of direction, you know, advice. He booked me for advice. So I said, you know, you need to do that. And he declined. So guess what ended up happening? Didn't play his cards right. Of course, I didn't hear from him after that. Didn't play his cards right. She ended up leaving him again for the same guy. She ended up leaving him. And guess what that other guy did? Because I'm assuming this is what she was wanting all along. He proposed to her. And I haven't spoken to him in a couple years, but I'm making this video because I want you guys to know it feels like -17 out here today. So I had to get this walk in and come talk to you guys, even though I can't breathe while I'm at it. So I'm telling you guys that because if you do decide to take an ex back, which I'm not against, right? I'm really not. If you can reconcile with someone who you felt like values aligned, you might have hit a rough patch. Every relationship hits a rough patch. If someone decides to go be with someone else during that rough patch, there should be some heavy discretion or repair happening after that. Because essentially they're abandoning you, right? Essentially they're saying, I can find someone better than you. And if you want to put it in its simplest terms, that's what it feels like, especially if you're a man and, you feel like you could have showed up a little bit better. So if you guys found this video valuable, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for always being here. Share this video if you feel like someone that you know is in this same situation. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.